Hello and welcome back to yet another video. So in this video we will create our own cryptography machine. So now what is cryptography? So we know that cryptography is the art of secret writing, right? When we so basically let's have a look at cryptography in short. So basically when two persons are having a communication, right? Let's say Alice and Bob, they want to communicate with each other. So Alice sends to Bob, hi, how are you? But sometimes hackers or the crackers sit between the network, and they can grab this message and they can even manipulate this message and all these things. So let's say if someone gets access to your communication and your Alice sends hello, how are you, and the hacker, let's say, replaces and modifies the message to please lend me rupees $100. So it's a complete mishap that happens, right? So that is where cryptography comes in. So what happens in cryptography is, when we talk about cryptography terms such as encryption and decryption, this comes into picture. So we're talking about cryptography. So when a person wants to send some text or a message or want to communicate with the second person, so basically what we will do, that that plain text gets converted to a gibberish form. That gibberish form is called as an ciphertext. Okay, so it is converted into a encrypted form and sent to the second person. When that second person receives that message, then that is converted from the gibberish form into the original form using some key. Okay, so let's not dive deep into what is cryptography, what is encryption and decryption, and how that works. Okay, below in the description you can have a look at some little theory about cryptography if you want to know. Otherwise that's okay, that is not the thing that we need for this example. But since we are going to create a cryptography machine, so that's why this was something that you should know. At least you should have a basic idea what is cryptography and how it works. Okay, so similarly we are going to create our own encryption algorithm. We are going to create our own cryptography machine, in which we will ask the user to enter some message, and we will encrypt it, and we will also decrypt it depending upon the user choice. So that is what we are going to do in this video. Sounds interesting? So welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Keyur Ganatra here, and let's get started. So before we start, one thing, I hope that you guys are fine, safe at your home, because the situation right now, it is pretty tough for the whole nation, for the whole world, and I don't know when we will come out of it. And the only thing that we can do in this situation as a programmer is that utilize this period. It is a golden opportunity for us as a programmers. So let's come out of this pandemic with a new version of yourself, not the old version. So utilize this time, and after this pandemic, become some new version of yourself with enhanced skills. Okay, so let's start with our project, that is creating a cryptography machine. So the logic behind it is simple. We will have two strings. Okay, one will be the string for the keys, and another one will be the string for the values, and we will create two dictionaries, that will be the encryption dictionary and the decryption dictionary. And then we will ask the user for the input and the mode in which they want to run the machine, rather in the encryption mode or in the decryption mode. And accordingly we will accordingly we will have the conditionals, and we will perform the logic. So sounds simple. Okay, so let's start and let's write some code for it. So let me define a method, name as, let's say, machine. Okay, you can give any name to it, let's say crypto machine or my cryptography or anything like that. Okay, and in this, let's say we will have first, that is our key and keys. And in this key, what we will have in our key is will be the alphabets from A to Z. Okay, so let's have it. Okay, so we have our alphabets, that is letters from A to Z. Okay, then we will have one space and we will have an exclamation mark. Okay, so this is the string of the set of the keys that we will be using. Now we will need one more string that will have the values, and it will be slight different from this one. Okay, in the values we will start with the exclamation mark, and then we will go with the alphabets. So we can do it manually, or we can use this trick using the string slicing, right? So what we will do is, we want to start from the last index of the key strings, right? So we can use a negative indexing here. So this will become so the keys -1, so it will grab us exclamation mark for us from the keys. Okay, so that is what will happen here, and we will concatenate it with the rest of the string. So rest of the string, how we can do is, starting from the index 0 going up to -1. -1 means up to the last one, but in slicing, the last index is ignored. that means it will go to the -2, that is second last one, and already we have grabbed the last one as the very first in this list. Okay, so it will run from the absolute start to the second last index. So this is how it works. The second index that we have passed is exclusive endless slicing, right? So we have created our two strings. Okay, so let's create our dictionary. So let's name it as encrypt dictionary. So encrypt, okay, happens. So let's have an encrypt dictionary, and we will create this dictionary using the zip method, right? So in the zip method, we will pass the string keys and values. Okay, keys and values, simple. So this is how we will create our first encryption dictionary. Okay, and also we will need to convert it into the dictionary form using the dictionary constructor. So this is how our first dictionary will work, that is the encryption dictionary. Let's create the next dictionary, that is the decryption dictionary. So decrypt dictionary, and in this we will have it in the reverse form. So in this we will have first values, and then we will have as keys, and again we will need to pass dictionary to it, dictionary constructor to it, to convert it into the dictionary. Okay, so this is how it will work. So okay, so it looks fine. So we have created our key strings, we have created our dictionaries. So the next step is to ask the user for the user input. So let's have a user input here. So message is equals to input, and here we will have a humble message for a user that please enter your secret message. Okay, so please enter your secret message, and we will have another input for the mode. So we will ask the user in which mode they want to run the machine, rather in the encryption mode or the decryption mode. So we will again have a message that please enter the mode. Okay, so this is what we want, and again we will give the suggestions to user to encode, enter E, and or to decode, enter D. So this is how, and this is what we want. So we have two statements for the user. First one will be to ask them for the message, and second one is to ask them for the mode in which they want to run in the encryption mode or rather in the decryption mode. So this is how it will work. So now accordingly we will have our conditionals. So if in the if section we will have mode equals to, let's say we have E. Okay, and just to have a little precaution, okay, let's say if the user enters the small e, so for that what we will do is we will convert this into upper. So rather now so it doesn't matter now if the user enters small e or capital E, it will be at the end converted into capital E, and then it will be processed. So the next thing is to write the logic. Okay, so first let's have a variable, let's say as new message, and in this variable we will run a dictionary comprehension. Okay, so the new message, we have a new message, that is in this we will run our dictionary comprehension, and we will create our ciphertext. So how we will create our ciphertext is we will pick first key from the dictionary. Okay, let's say our key is A, then we will replace it with the value that it has in the dictionary. So let's say A will have the value of exclamation mark, so that will become its value. So we'll replace A with exclamation mark, B with, let's say, the next thing that it has A, and so on. So we will replace each keys by their values in the new message. So in the dictionary the keys in the ciphertext, the keys will be replaced by the values. Okay, so for that let's have a join method here. Okay, and inside this join method we will have our dictionary. Okay, so first in this we will have our encryption dictionary. So and it will return it in the form of list, right? Why we are using the join method here is that it will fetch us various values, right? It will fetch it will take a key, it will fetch us its value, then it will take another key, then it will fetch us its values, and so on. So it will work one by one letter by one letter. Okay, so that's why it will create a list, and to convert it into a string form we are using the join method here. Okay, so let's have your encrypt dictionary. So encrypt dictionary, and in this what we will have is, let's say, letter. This is just a variable, it can be key, I, or anything. So we have a letter, and then we will have dictionary comprehension. It is just similar to the list comprehension. So for letter in message, so if that particular letter is there in the message that the user has entered, Okay, and let's convert it into the lowercase because we don't know the user has entered the message in the lowercase or the uppercase or what, we don't know that. And because our list contains only smaller case, our keys contains only smaller case, that's why we need to convert it into the lowercase. So this is the logic behind this. So now that we are pretty much done with the encryption part, so let's go to the decryption part. So again, mode dot upper, and if the mode is equals to, let's say, decryption, so here what we will do is let's copy this particular line, and in this we will just need to simply change the dictionary from the encryption dictionary to the decryption dictionary. So here we will have the decryption dictionary. Okay, so we have our decryption dictionary here. So this is how it will work. And finally, in the else part, we will handle the case where if the user doesn't enters E and does not even enters D. So what we will do, so we will have a simple print statement, a humble message that please enter a correct choice. So please enter a correct choice, that is D or E. Simple. So we are done with the whole logic of our encryption machine, our crypto machine. Okay, so now the last step, that is that we have created the ciphertext. Okay, we have created the encrypted form and we have stored it into the new message. So we need to return it, right? So return new message. Simple. So we are done with our method. So let's revise what we have done. So first let's save it. Okay, and what we have done here is pretty simple. Okay, one thing here is we don't have values, we have value. Yeah, now we are good. So let's revise what we have. We have a string of keys, and also we have created a string of values. Using that, we have created the dictionaries, encryption dictionary and decryption dictionary. And this is how our decryption dictionary will look. As you can see on the screen, the encryption dictionary will look like the letters from the key string will become the keys for the dictionary, and the letters from the value string will become the value in this dictionary, and vice versa in the decryption. And then we are asking the user for the user input, the message and the mode. If the mode is encryption, then what we will do is we will create a list, okay, in which we will run a dictionary comprehension. And if that particular letter is there in the dictionary, let's say user has entered cat, so we'll go with C. If C is there in the encryption dictionary, and yes, C will be there, so we will fetch the value of C. C will be the key, right? So we will fetch the value of the C and we will append it to the list, that is a list that will be created. Similarly, we will go with the next letter, and so on and so forth. So it will create a list of the encrypted text. So to create it into a text form, here we have the join method, and the same logic we have here for decryption. Only the thing is, here we have the decryption library or decryption dictionary instead of the encryption dictionary. And then we have else, and then we have simply returned it. So the last step is to run it, right? So let's see how it if it works fine or not. So let's call the method machine, and okay, and it is returning something, so it has to be inside the print statement. So it is there inside the print statement, and let's save it again. So let's run it and hope that it works fine. Okay, so it is asking please enter a message. So let's say message is hello. Okay, hello, and the mode is encryption. Yes, and this is how it has returned us the encrypted message, right? It is some gibberish form we can't understand, but to verify that it is hello, we will copy this, we will rerun our code. Okay, and this time we will pass this gibberish form, the encrypted form, and in this time the mode of the machine will be decrypted, right? The mode of the machine will be D, and it has returned us hello. So first what we did is first we encrypted hello, and we got some ciphertext, that is encrypted text, and we again decoded that encrypted text, right? So we decoded that encrypted text using this symbol. So that's it. What we need to do is simply just have a good spacing here so that it doesn't look dirty when the user runs it. Okay, and one thing we need to do is let's capitalize the result so that it just looks good to the user. So capitalize, simple. So let's rerun it once more. So let's run it, and here we are. Hey, how are you? So this is what our message is, and our mode has to be encryption this time, and this is what it has returned us. So again, let's copy it and let's verify whether our encryption is correct or not. So this time we will run our machine in the decryption mode and we will decrypt this text that we have got. And yes, here we have got, hey, how are you? So that is pretty awesome. So congratulations, we have created our own cryptography machine. So now go on and talk and have communicate with your friends, and no third party will be able to see what you are talking about. Of course, this is at the most basic level and it is easy to crack because we have just 26 to 28 letters in it. So I won't say this is the most secure cryptography machine, but it is at least something that you have created, and you can now have a secure chat with your friends. So share it with your friends and start communicating. So if you are interested to learn Python, data science, machine learning, then this is the place that you can learn it from. It is one of my friends blog, okay, Infinity Code X, and I can assure you, you can find quality content here. You can learn machine learning, data science, Python, and a lot more from this. So let me open this blog. It has a very detailed discussion, as that much as I know, okay. So a very simple language that you can understand, a very detailed discussion. So go to Infinity Codex now, share it with your friends, and if you want to learn data science and machine learning, so this is the place for you guys. So that is pretty much it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.